And there we go. All right. PPN fam, what's good? Y'all know what it is. Pantha Politix Network presents All Purpose, featuring none other than my man, Jay Bond. What's good, family?
What's good? Happy to be here. Happy 24. Happy Mamba year. Happy all
Ah,
that to everybody. You know what I mean?
hey, y'all already know who I am, man. Y'all see me all the fucking time. Seven the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? We here, but it's a little different. For those of y'all that might have caught the first episode, y'all know what we here to do today. We talking sports, man. Like, I love hip hop. You know, JB is, of course, is one half of Ilpo, but we both sports fans, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely like to get into that too. And today, before we get into all that stuff y'all usually hear them talk about on TV, I want to talk about my alma mater, Winston-Salem State University, currently undefeated in the CIAA. They 4-0 in the CIAA, 10-3 overall. Salute to y'all. Salute to Jalen Gibson, who was the leading scorer on the team. So proud of them, man. Proud of them. Like it's the whole jump to try to go D1 didn't work out right, and I'm glad it didn't. Like we belong in the CIAA, you know what I'm saying? And we belong there and we represent.
Yo,
So
one of the things that I can say about SU when it comes to SU basketball in particular, y'all have been a problem. Y'all have not just begun to be a problem. It's been from for as long as I can remember. SU has always been a competitor, but also I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like the Stephen A. Smith visits have put a certain type of battery in SU's back. You know
oh
what I'm saying?
yes.
With him bringing all of that attention and notoriety to SU. Salute to SU.
No
Salute
doubt.
to my Ramley out there. You a part of
Yeah.
the Ramley. Yeah. So yeah, already.
They
Yeah.
already know
SU
Brown Hall, what
SU
up? Brown Hall,
SU.
what up? You know? Now, on the flip side of that, I also got to give a shout out to A&T. And I give a shout out to A&T very specifically because they took the jump to go D1, and every year they may not win their tournament every year or whatever, but they're always competitive, and they're a perfect representative of moving HBCUs beyond the limits that they try to put us under as far as athletics go. I think A&T, Florida A&M, a lot of the other schools that have bumped up are doing a great job of representing. So salute to y'all as well. Absolutely.
One, just to add on transition, A&T's head basketball coach is a teammate of Stephen A. Smith's at SU.
No doubt. Absolutely.
So that's the connection there. Now, mind you, it's been an uphill battle in all of the sports with us jumping from the MEAC, which was an all HBCU conference,
No doubt.
to us being in the CAA the past couple of years, and previously in the Big South, and with only being in a conference with only one other HBCU, which is Hampton, in those divisions. It's been an uphill battle
No doubt.
because there've been a lot of powerhouse programs that they've come up against. We aren't doing as well in basketball. We had one of the probably the worst football seasons that I've experienced since I've been following A&T this past year. But I do expect, I think it's still a process
Oh
with
yeah.
everything that we have going on. And before we leave from A&T, I want to leave the band out because the A&T, the marching machine, was voted the number one band by ESPN in the for HBCUs. They went head to head up with Jackson State before the Celebration Bowl, and they went out there and
Mm-hmm.
handled business. They recently just also did the Rose Bowl. They did the Rose Bowl parade. So shouts to the Blue and Gold Marching Machine,
No doubt.
Aggie Pride till the day I die. Boom.
I know it's niggas that seen the flyers like, wait, you mean to tell me an Aggie and a Ram doing a podcast together? I said, don't even get
That's a
twisted. You
fact.
already,
That's a
I was like,
fact.
eat a mad assassin on the other one, Holmes. It's all love.
That's
What
a
you
fact.
talking about?
We call this shit I-40. We call
You
this shit the
feel me?
I-40 joint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, bro. Hey, matter of fact, that you just gave me an idea. I'm not going to say it right now, but you just gave me an
Dog.
idea.
I,
You just gave me an idea. Oh shit. Oh, just so y'all know, before we get back into the sports show, I just want y'all to know this Panther Politics Network thing is a real thing. Like, it's about all of the podcasts are not gonna have me on them. It's other brothers that I know that got podcasts that want to come join the family, so we about to make that happen too. But thank y'all so much for tuning in and for making this shit go. Um, Now, I know we said we're not going to turn this into a 2-hour extravaganza like we do with Panther Politics. I do want to touch on the NBA real quick, because I'm a Lakers fan and I'm very disgruntled at the moment. We won the in-season tournament. That was real cute. That was cute. And first of all, salute Adam Silver. I think that the in-season tournament was a great idea because you gave people a reason to play hard before the playoffs is on the line. So thank you for that. I think it worked out great. Now we won the in-season tournament, which was awesome. I was happy about that. I felt some type of way about us raising a banner for it, but whatever. But ever since we won that, we are now 3-9 since we won. Since the in-season tournament, LeBron James has not played very well. Now, I said I'm a Lakers fan. I'm also a Kobe fan. And I'm not a LeBron James hater. I want that to be very clear. However, I want people to keep the same energy. If you're thinking what he does is so amazing at 38 years old, then also recognize when it looked like Father Time is catching up with him and he probably need to sit down for a minute. Because that's what I'm seeing right now.
You sounded like a hater. I know you disclaimed and said that you are not a hater, but you are really, really sounding like a hater. So one of the things I want to say, right? I'm a Knicks fan. I do not despise the Lakers because I like what the Lakers represent for a long time, even when I was a kid, when it was the Lakers versus the Celtics. I love what the Lakers was. You know what I mean? So now, is it? I got a question back to you. Is the Lakers' demise, the 3-9, is that all on LeBron, or is it all about the pieces around LeBron? Because at the end of the day, all of them cats got a bigger paycheck than probably they've really ever seen. You know what I'm saying? With everybody got a $500,000. Everybody got $500K, something like that. If I'm correct, they got everybody got like 500,000. So I don't know what LeBron James' stats have been throughout, but also I'm looking at not only just LeBron on the court, but I'm looking at LeBron and what's going on around them. Family dynamic. You got his son, playing with USC now. He was going through his health issues and all of this other shit that's been going on with him. So I don't know. I'm expecting now, mind you, what, LeBron been in the league 20 years, 19 years?
Yeah, I think it's 20. I think shit.
20?
This is 20, yeah. Yeah, because he came in
20
20
years.
or 21. Yeah, 20 or 21. One of those, yeah.
At the level LeBron James has been playing at 20 years in the league, there's not really anything bad I can say about it. Yeah, no, the Father Time is undefeated. Yes, indeed.
All the way.
But I think LeBron James has took the appropriate steps to continue to be able to perform at a high level. How's Anthony Davis? Back to you. How's Anthony Davis been performing since the in-season tournament?
I was about to say, in that same stretch, Eddie's been playing really well, and that's been part of the problem for me because I feel like whenever they both play good, we have a chance to win if they both play well. Period.
Right.
Case in point, I'll give you a prime example. Christmas Day, we played the Boston Celtics. Of course, the Lakers and the Celtics is the oldest, like the biggest rivalry in the NBA. Right. And you expect LeBron, who always performs on Christmas Day, whether it was with Miami, since he's been with the Lakers, whatever, even when he was in Cleveland. But he was 5 of 14, only scored, 16 points? And he was a minus 11. We lose the game. Just night before last, we played the Miami Heat without Jimmy Butler. No Jimmy Butler. Tyler Hero was their leading scorer with 21 points. LeBron James was 6 of 18, 0 of 6 from 3, and scored 12 points and was a minus 20. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that this 3-9 is all on LeBron. I think it's a combination of things that are leading to it. I think a combination of him not necessarily being LeBron, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, at his age, that might be a lot to expect all the time. Between that and Darvin Ham's whatever he's doing, he's playing with Austin Reeves playing time. He's doing a lot of crazy things that I don't quite understand. So, like,
okay, outside of MJ, I'm not gonna say any words. LeBron James is this.
Outside of Michael Jordan, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So whatever he does going forward, he gonna still be. That's why I had to pull my buddy out, because I knew you was gonna go there tonight. That's why I had to pull my buddy out to let you know it's the return. It's Mamba year. But I'm telling you, bro, he just preserving, man. All right. So look, I don't know if you know, like some cars or some trucks. I drive a pickup truck. I'm in Carolina. I'm a pickup truck now. I got a big boy pickup truck. That's what I do. I ride around on a pickup truck. In some pickup trucks, you have your regular tank and you also have your reserve tank.
Indeed.
Right? LeBron just building up for the reserve tank. I don't know where they sitting in the West right now from a standpoint of record-wise. Where are they sitting in the West? Because Minnesota, Minnesota's number one in the West, okay?
Yes. I think we're like 11th place right now. We're like number 11, yeah.
Yeah, what is that? Like, what is that? Now, what were y'all before the end season? Y'all wasn't like top 4 or top 5 before the end season either.
Nah, I think we were in the top. We were top. If the playoffs started right before the end season tournament, we would have got in, but it probably would have had to been a play-in. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I feel like they will turn around. I think they probably gonna make some moves. They're gonna make some possible moves to get some other key pieces involved. But yeah, like once again, Father Time is undefeated, bro. Father Time is undefeated. You know, he other than him, there's 2 things that are undefeated in life. 3 things. It's God, it's Father Time, and it's the internet.
Facts.
Those are the 3 things. Those are the 3 things. Those are the 3 things that are undefeated, yo. Your word up. Al Gore's internet, B. Al Gore's internet.
Yo, okay. Now, see, this is the thing. Now, I guess I should clarify because I'm definitely not hating on him. I think what he's doing, especially at his age, to be continuing to do what he's doing, is absolutely incredible. I'm like, how do you do that? The thing that I would hope, and I know that it's a thing that the NBA is pushing right now, and I feel like that. I feel like there should be exceptions made for certain people, and I'm not saying just him because then that would look weird. But you're 38 years old. You should be able to take a game off because realistically, you probably hurt us more in the games that you played poorly than you helped us by being on the court. He should be able to take those games off and not be penalized for it, especially being that he's 38 years old. The only thing that I'm saying is the same people that throw their pom-poms in the air when he does something incredible at 38, be willing to say, well, I mean, tonight he just didn't have it. And it's okay. Like a lot of times they'll take him having a bad game and try to blame it on everybody else. And I'm like, well, D'Angelo Russell played good. Austin Reeves played good. Anthony Davis played good. LeBron James' numbers are terrible. Nobody else had anything to do with that but him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So give him keep the same energy is all I'm saying. When he does something great, I applaud it. I'm a Lakers fan. I would love to see him get his shit off. But when he do something, when it's not there, I did the same thing when Kobe was playing. You know what I'm saying? That last season, I was just like, oh, stop shooting, bro. What are you doing? Stop shooting the ball, man. Come on. So, yeah, that's all. I just want people to keep the same energy. I think Bron is absolutely amazing, yo. Don't get me wrong. I still say Michael Jordan the GOAT, but I think Bron is amazing.
Let me say one other point before we move on. Also, I think one of the things that people are not recognizing is how, even though Magic doesn't have a role with the Lakers, how he's impactful with the Lakers. Oh, yeah. But a lot of Magic's energy when it comes to sports right now is on DC, is on the Commanders.
Indeed.
So, you know what I mean? So you got to think about that piece too. You know what I mean? So it's a lot going on the background that may have an impact on what we're seeing on the court.
Yeah, Darvin Ham, get your life together, dog. I don't know what you're doing. But get your life together, please.
I remember when he broke the backboard. I remember when he broke the backboard against Carolina. You remember that shit?
Yes.
We got to talk about that more in depth next episode, bro. We broke the backboard against Carolina.
I will never forget that. And a matter of fact, I enjoyed that so much when he went to the Bucks. I used to play with the Bucks on NBA Live just to try to get a dunk to break the backboard with him. Like I was like, yo, I got to play with Darvin Ham. This dude was incredible. He really wasn't that good, but
I was explaining to my son. I said, yeah, 2K wasn't 2K back then. It was about NBA Live. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah. 2K wasn't 2K was there, but it wasn't the shit like NBA Live
when it first came out. Yeah.
Yep. I said NBA Live was that shit.
I love that, man. Yep. I don't. What the Knicks look? Y'all getting ready to sell the whole house over there.
I like the Knicks. I like the most recent move that we just made with my boy that came down from Toronto. We sent RJ Barrett back home, so he can hang out with his Mountie friends and Drake and all of that. And Yeah, we sent them back home. But you know, we I'm happy at where we are. I don't think we're done with the moves.
Oh no.
It's what bothers me about my New York Knickerbockers, specifically with this particular team. This year, if we still have Julius Randle, and if we do make the playoffs, I just do not need Julius Randle to forget how to play the game of basketball. Because the past previous 2 seasons in the playoffs, Julius Randle forgot how to play the game of basketball. I have no idea why, the how, the what, but clearly what was happening during the season was not happening with Julius Randle in the playoffs. So that's my only thing when it comes to my New York Knickerbockers.
Pardon me. My question would be, as far as any more moves that y'all make, I'm looking at the roster now. We know for a fact that Jalen Brunson's not going anywhere. He's not leaving.
Facts.
Now, the thing about the Knicks, pardon me, and this has always been a thing for the Knicks that I noticed. Shit, what the fuck? I'm choked. Hold on.
Yeah, we having technical difficulties with Seven the Panther right now. Let's make sure he get right. Let's applaud his full recovery.
Woo, that was crazy. Okay. But now, one thing I noticed about the Knicks, and it's been this way for a while, the Knicks will have a whole lot of the same player. They have a guard, but they have 4 of that same guard on the team.
Right. Agreed.
So as I'm looking at the roster, and I'm like, well, Fournier could go. You don't want to play him anyway. Pardon me. DiVincenzo does give you depth off the bench, but do you really need him is the question. When you look at I do have a question for you because I'm not familiar with this. Jacob Toppin, is he related to Obi?
His younger brother.
Wow. Okay. I missed that.
And we sent Obi to Indiana.
And Obi getting busy. So
Obi getting busy. One of the things I want you to also realize, bro, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, they all Villanovas. I think they all played together. So we kind of like an older version of Villanova. You know what I'm saying? These are also the same Villanova that beat Carolina in the national championship. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate,
yeah, no doubt. I fucked them, but yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I done bought 2 Tar Heel references up this episode already by accident. That wasn't intentional, bro. I didn't write that down. It's
heartbreaking, dog.
It wasn't in my notes. It wasn't in my notes. But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there are pieces that we can move, but it's all about what's the stock in those pieces that we are gonna move. Like I don't know. I mean, I think we need to keep the unit that we do have together. Just to be transparent with you, I think we need to keep that unit together. As long as they continue to ball the way they were, I know we're shooting this episode now. I know we're looking good against top teams. At one time, the Knicks played to their competition. But right now, it's like Knicks is going hard every night. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs got them boys balling. They playing good defense. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't tend to watch or kind of keep up with my Knicks until we get close to the playoff season because I don't like to get disappointed too often.
Oh, I feel you. And being that I'm a Lakers fan, but living in Carolina, I got a chance to observe the Charlotte Hornets from their inception to now. And the one thing I always appreciated about it, and this is one thing I got to salute Michael Jordan for bringing the name back and bringing the colors back. Because that Bobcat shit was for the birds. I don't care what nobody say. That shit was trash. But welcome back. Welcome. Glad the Hornets are home. But I do know for a fact, with the New York Knicks being the NBA version of Villanova, the Charlotte Hornets has kind of become the place that basketball players from North Carolina go to like right off into the sunset. Let me go back home and finish this out. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
like,
that's not. That's actually a Greensboro Swarm. What you're speaking of? It's
no
not the
doubt.
Charlotte Hornets. It's the Greensboro Swarm.
You ain't never lied. Shoot. I can't
It's the
tell which
Swarm.
one is which right now, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, it's the team. It's the team before you get to the Hornets. That's where they go. Um, I don't know, man. It's a lot of things. I don't think personally, you know, I'm not an owner. I don't got billions of dollars, but I don't feel Michael Jordan is a good owner.
nah, not at all. No.
Yeah, I don't feel like, I think Charlotte has the potential with the key pieces, and I think we need to get out of that loyalist shit to, because I think part of the reason why I feel like the Charlotte Hornets are loyal to Carolina and Duke players or players from State or wherever players from Wake is because they feel like they're going to draw butts in the seats from the loyal Carolina, Duke, State, Wake Forest fans, right? But I don't think it's really just working out like that because, I'm thinking about, I don't know, man. It just ain't working out for me. I haven't been to a Hornets game in quite some time, and I live right down the road. I haven't had any interest to really go see a Hornets game or whatever. I probably go see the Panthers before I go see the Hornets, and that's really telling you something.
Yeah, because the Panthers. Well, we ain't even got to talk about it. Bryce Young, I hope
Yeah,
it get
yeah,
better for you, brother. I hope it get better
yeah.
for you down there, bro. Because that's a tragedy what's happening down there right now.
That's a
Um,
fact.
I think the Hornets. First of all, while we talking about the Hornets, salute Lucas, Cody Martin, and Caleb. Salute to both of y'all. Congratulations for everything y'all got going on. Very very
That's
proud
your
of y'all.
family.
That's
That's your
my
family.
oldest son's cousins. Yeah, my oldest son's cousins.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
yeah, no
yo,
doubt.
salute,
Yeah,
salute. I
those
see the
guys.
bell out here. That's
I'm
fire.
trying. I'm trying to get them niggas on the pod. We'll see what happens.
They from Knoxville. They
Yeah,
from
no doubt.
Knoxville.
They from Knoxville.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah.
Yep.
So that's I just hope that and I can tell you why that doesn't work though, because the people who are Carolina, Duke, NC State, or Wake Forest fans are fans of those teams, and yeah, they root for those players while they're there, but they're not Charlotte Hornets fans. So just
That's a
because that
fact.
player goes there, I might watch you on TV because I rock with you, but like
Right,
I'm a Knicks fan, so I might take a flight to New York to go to a game before I come to
right.
Charlotte, or I'll come to Charlotte to come to the game, but only because the Knicks here. You know what I'm
Knicks
saying?
in
So
town. Right, right.
yeah, I mean, hey, but Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, who else was it? It was one other person. Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas. I always think about those being the professional athletes that prove to me that just because you're really good at what you do doesn't mean that you can run a team. Like, yeah, that was awful.
Yep.
Y'all remember
Yeah.
Stephon Marbury? That's all I was
Yo,
saying.
I was yo. Speaking of, bro, I don't know. I went down the rabbit hole with Stephon Marbury earlier today, and I wanted to give I want to give kudos to Steph because he basically rebirthed himself in China.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? He went over to China. He done re-released several shoes. He's speaking fluent. I think he's speaking Mandarin Chinese. He's speaking fluent Mandarin Chinese out there. He making a lot of money. And yeah, I like what I don't know if he's in China or if he's in Hong Kong or wherever he's at. But I went down some rabbit hole. I don't know why I started looking at Stephon Marbury shit today. I went on his IG page and started seeing what the hell Stephon Marbury had going on. But kudos to Starbury, yo.
No
I
doubt.
never ever, and it's crazy because I ain't gonna lie, I actually like the Starburys. I never purchased any, but I actually like the Starbury sneakers when they came out.
Yeah, I
I ain't
like the
gonna
whole
hold you. Fun
concept. I
fact.
like the whole idea. Like
Right,
we need more people with that kind of thought. For him and Shaq, I appreciate them for that. That was dope. Steph, I
right.
don't care what nobody say, bro. I know your NBA career didn't exactly go the way you wanted it to, but bro, you made Brooklyn proud. Salute to you. Salute to Coney Island. Like it's real in the field, yo. Like bro. I know we had this conversation on the phone. We was talking about setting the pot up, and I know you was talking about bringing your people on, but like we really got to do a deep dive on one of these about New York point guards, yo. Because wow, that's all I would say
Yeah,
is
wow.
wow.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I did talk. I talked to my cousin's father, Magic Mel, his father, and they're supposed to be coming down to Carolina sometime within the next couple of months. And I'm trying to line some things up. when they do visit down here. I think he's going to be playing in some tournaments and making some visits or whatever, because, you know, it's a possibility if and when he does go to college, he possibly will end up laying down here at the Dukes or the Carolinas, as he's going right now. His mentor is Kyrie Irving.
Ooh,
He spends a lot of time with Kyrie. Kyrie laces him with a lot of different shoes, and I think he actually is wearing Kyrie's brand in his games right now. So big shouts to Kyrie coming out with his own line and his own brand of shoes too. But yeah, before we get off of this, I was thinking about something. I was riding home before we did the pod. Who is your favorite rapping athlete?
That's a good question.
Past, present, past or present.
You know what? Me being the MC that I am, I gotta go with Dame, yo. Really, I got to. If it wasn't Dame, it was gonna be Shaq. Those are the only two that to me really stay out. Case in point, I heard Le'Veon Bell's music. I never want to hear it again. It's a few people, bro. Don't do it to yourself.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, so most of the athletes that I heard rap, now remember they put out that NBA's Best Kept Secrets tape or CD, whatever, back in the day. Dana Barrows actually wasn't bad. Allen Iverson, of course, you know, he a lot of cursing, but I mean, far as skill wise, he wasn't really that dope. But so yeah, I'm going with Dame. Long story short.
Okay. And I was at a toss up between, you know, what Dame is doing currently, and then I just I played You Can't Stop the Rain with Shaq and Biggie, and I was like, I don't care what athlete comes out, ain't nothing gonna top what Shaq was able to accomplish as an artist.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to some Shaq's interviews, and you know what I'm saying, and going platinum and doing all of these things, and you know, having, you know, records with Biggie and shit like that. And yeah. So yeah, Dame is ill though. Dame is the nicest currently.
Oh yeah.
Dame is the nicest. Dame is definitely nice. But go ahead, man. I ain't want to hold you. Go ahead with your. Go ahead with your.
What's your man? Imam Shumpert. He actually wasn't bad either. He was okay. Yeah. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. Since you brought college up, I do want to go here. I do got some NFL shit I want to touch real quick, but I do want to bring this up about college because we was just having this conversation the other day at work, and I asked my coworker. I said, "Hey man, do you think this transfer portal thing is going to ruin college sports?" And he said, "I think it has the potential to do that because," he said, "if they don't regulate it properly, it definitely has the potential to do that." I said, "I think that this portal is going to be worse for college sports than one and done. I think it's going to be worse if they don't find a way to put some kind of restraint on it, so you can't just keep hopping teams because you're just not happy." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? I think it's kind of crazy.
I'm looking at it twofold. I think from a college sports standpoint, because I'm not just thinking football and basketball. I'm thinking about swimming and golf and tennis and track and field or whatever. You know what I mean? Badminton, whatever. Like, you know, I don't know. So I'm thinking in terms of college sports. I'm thinking it. College sports is also twofold from there, because you got a distributor and then you got a recipient. You got the one that's being left and you got the one that's receiving, right? So, you know, the receiving teams are good. You know, in some instances, the team that they're leaving from may be impacted, but then they may be receiving other individuals. But also, I think in terms of the transfer portal, because these young boys are not only looking for PT, they're looking for chips. They're looking for bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because for a lot of these colleges are leveraging the opportunity to make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? What people don't, you know, NIL and the transfer portal is it's a package
together.
here.
For sure.
Yeah. So you think about, and I don't know if this is still true right now. I remember at one time I read, this might have been last year or 2 years ago, the team that had the team that had kind of the most NIL or the most from a money-wise perspective, and I may stand corrected now, maybe different, was the South Carolina women's basketball team.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So in terms of, and none of them girls are leaving.
Oh, no.
None of them girls are transferring out. Huh?
They chilling. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, they chilling. They down in Columbia, South Carolina. They chilling. They can go to the liquor store on Sundays. They can motherfucker, the gas is cheap. They happy down there. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it. Then you got to look at it from the athlete standpoint. Like, okay, I ain't got no burn, blah blah blah, this and that. I look at, I got a young guy that from around my way in VA that was D tackle for Oklahoma, the Sooners. Blue chipper coming out of high school out of Virginia. You know, I think his family may have moved out that way to, you know, out to Oklahoma. I didn't really see him that much on the field. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I see a post that he's transferring back home. He's transferring to Virginia Tech. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at things like that. Like, a lot of these cats, they coming out there, they're expecting one thing, they're experiencing another. And, you know, ain't no need, you know, in life, you don't want to be in no relationship where you're miserable. You might have to figure out how you got to move around and make things better for your entire situation. So, you know, I think it's a good thing, but I understand how it takes the boosters, like the people, these Power 5 conferences and these people jumping around. I can see how I can impact their bottom line. You know what I mean?
It's definitely, and it's crazy because at the end of the day, I don't even know if I thought it through that deep to think about the bottom line. But you're absolutely right. It's definitely going to affect that part. The biggest thing I was thinking was, I remember when I was young, and I watched a lot of college sports. Like, I don't watch as much college sports as I used to now. I'm really more into pro sports. But when I used to watch college sports a lot, one of the things that I was always locked into was, okay, for at least 3 years, I know you're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Unless something happened, like you had the rare situation where somebody just wasn't shaking out and they would transfer and go somewhere else. Then they had to sit out a year and wait, and then they could play. But for the most part, I know if I see you there, except for in basketball where you could be one and done, but more often than not, people were sticking around for a little while because they wanted to make sure that they got the best draft, you know, the best draft, acquired the best draft position they could get. So you knew that was the case, but now the continuity of college sports is going to be would completely be ruined because I may see you here this year and think you're awesome. You don't like the coach, or you don't like the offensive coordinator, you don't like the plays they calling. So now the season's over and you go somewhere else. But then you go there and now it's a whole different situation. You're still balling, you still you, but you don't like this situation either. Okay. Now if you leave again, I think if you do it again, you have to wait after that. So now you're talking about being 23 years old, graduating. You played for 5 different schools. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, there's no kind. Like, I'm not getting ready to. I personally will not put the energy into following you to figure out what's going on. Like, you was here, and I watch you here, but just stay here. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not working for you, I get it. I understand because, like you said, nobody want to be miserable.
Right.
I don't think the one and done thing is as bad. Because in basketball, especially, you have people that come in, they can jump right in. Most of the time, they can jump right in. I played football in college. I know how difficult the transition from high school to college football is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was crazy at wide receiver in high school. I got into college and I was just okay at first. I was like, oh, I'm just another receiver on the team. So going back to what you were saying, I could have went to Ohio State. I could have went to Florida. I got offers from all of them. I wanted to go to a black college. That's why I went to Winston-Salem State. So, but the biggest reason why I wasn't going to go there, because I'm not getting ready to sit behind Joey Galloway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting ready to sit behind whoever this top dog wide receiver is that you have, and we both happen to play split end. I'm not getting ready to sit and wait for him to graduate. I want to play now. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I do get it. And as far as the NIL is concerned, I love that these niggas getting chips, bro. I love that shit. Yes, they should have been.
By time. Yeah, they was making so much money. They was making so much money off these cats. But you know, they had ways that they were making sure these cats was getting paid regardless. You know what I mean? Like, But I'm happy. I'm happy for cats because even if you don't make the next level, right? You know, you can still get you a car dealership, sponsor you a whip, or pay you some dollars. You know what I'm saying? Be able to provide some bread you can send back to the crib. It's a lot of
Exactly.
different things. So I'm super happy about NIL.
You ain't breaking your body down for 3 to 4 years and then graduating with nothing. Like you can leave with something. You know what I mean? Imagine if they had NIL when the Fab Five was out, bro. Oh my god, them niggas
They
would have
did.
been filthy rich.
They did. They did.
Oh man,
No,
the
they did.
tragedy of the Fab Five. Oh my god, I
They
love them.
did.
They did.
Do remember?
You feel me? And just for the record, just so y'all know, Chris Webber is my favorite basketball player. But nobody really knows that. But yeah, Chris Webber's my
Oh
favorite
wow,
basketball player.
interesting. Why?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he gave y'all that championship?
Nah, I think it's I don't know what it was, yo. Because I mean, I played guard. I wasn't even a forward in basketball. Like I played guard, so it's not even like we play the same. It's just like something about his attitude. I think it was the fact that he would dunk on niggas and just turn around and scowl at them and be like,
Oh
"You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
stop me," and they really couldn't stop him. And I was like,
I can't think of any other. Well, I can think of other teams, but it's I grew up I lived in New York, I lived in Virginia, and now I'm in Carolina. So I was more of an ACC guy than I was a Big East guy.
no doubt.
So there are some classic ACC teams, but two of the most impactful teams to me were not ACC teams or Big East teams. They were the Fab Five with
Yes.
Michigan. They had a young boy like me in Virginia rocking Michigan basketball shorts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted everybody wanted the motherfucking Fab Five Nikes. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Yeah, niggas balling their heads. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of different shit. And then the second team, non-ACC or Big East, was the Running Rebels.
UNLV. I
Larry,
knew it. Yep.
yeah, UNLV, like Larry Johnson, Plastic Man, Stacey Augman, that squad. Greg Anthony,
Anderson
fucking
Hunt. Ooh.
Anderson Hunt, like
Jesus. Yes.
that was the squad. So,
Oh goodness.
yeah, we
You
got to
about to
get
have me
into that.
watching UNLV highlights when we
Yeah,
get
we
over
got to
this,
get
yo.
into that, bro.
Oh God, I love that squad, and I love them. And I'm gonna tell you the funny shit about me. When certain players go to the NBA, like even if I hated them, like Duke players, when they go to the NBA, then I root for them. Like while they at Duke, I never root for them to do well. Like I always be like, I hope you slip on something, and I don't want you to hurt yourself. I just want you to not be able to play today. Just get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But like Grant Hill, even what's my man name? He used to play for the fucking Corey Maggette. I used to love Corey Maggette. I used to be like, yo, if he ever just got the right shot, he's so talented. But whatever. But yeah, man. So Duke, I don't hate y'all per se. Once y'all go to the NBA, but as long as y'all in college, y'all kiss my ass. But I gotta do it. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Action Jackson. I love that brother. I love to watch him play. I love the fact that he is about to win his second MVP. And if things go according to plan, he's probably about to win the Super Bowl too. But I gotta ask, because there's a lot of people questioning from a statistical standpoint and whatever. Is Lamar Jackson actually the MVP?
I'm
Mm,
I'm just gonna say straight up, yes. Lamar Jackson should be the MVP. I posed this question before I went to my little watering hole. I said, "Yo, I'm gonna ask y'all some of the some questions we probably gonna talk about in the pods. Lamar Jackson MVP." And it was like, absolutely, absolutely, Lamar Jackson is the MVP. Um, I'm Lamar Jackson MVP because he's the best player on the best team in the league. Um, that's number one. Um, Number two, and this has nothing to do with MVP and why I like Lamar. He did it his way.
thanks.
I'm not a Florida boy. I just like the way Lamar went about it from his time in Louisville to to in the draft when he had to sit the entire first round and didn't get picked, and he made a promise that y'all made a mistake by not picking me, and just going out there doing his thing. And kudos to the you gotta one of my best homie Kev Jinx, he's from Baltimore. I got a couple cats from Baltimore that I went to school with. They're very close to me. I've been friends with these cats over 20 years. One of the things that I always tell them is that I have to applaud the franchise of the Ravens.
Yes.
The Ravens have one of the most competitive franchises since they've been in existence. They've always been in the mix.
Every time.
Even when their offense was ass, their defense was always the shit that kept them in the mix.
These niggas won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer at quarterback, bro.
They won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer against my New York Football Giants. You know what I'm saying? So, like what more do you have to say now? Yes, I feel like he should get the MVP. Second, let me see, second place for MVP. It's a toss-up with me between just Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey.
I got C-Mac all day. And the reason being, when they saw the Ravens face-to-face, C-Mac got his shit off to the best of his ability against that defense, but Brock Purdy threw 4 picks. That pretty much solidified it for me. I was like, okay. I fuck with Brock. Don't get me wrong. I like him. I think he's way better than being the last pick in the draft. That's just crazy to me. But
oh yeah, he's better than a game. He's better than a game manager. But
yeah, I think Cam was
one of the things. When they went on when the 49ers went on that losing streak, remember Trent Williams, the best offensive tackle to ever play the game, wasn't playing, and Deebo Samuels, who I feel is kind of the X factor from a standpoint of their offense. And his yak.
Oh yes, man, I fuck with them. I like San Francisco's team. I like the way they put together. But I do feel like, okay, let me ask you a question then. So say if I brought this piece of paper to you, right, and I said, hey, I'm about to make this person the MVP. I'm about to give him the trophy right now. He's 14th in passing yards, 10th in yards per attempt, 10th in passing touchdowns. Would you look at me like I was crazy?
Nope. Because that same individual I probably have more questions. Okay. How many rushing touchdowns he got? How many rushing yards he has? What's their record? How many interceptions has he thrown? I'll be asking those types of questions too, because, typically the MVP is given to the best quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They need to just change. It ain't. I don't know who's the last MVP that wasn't I don't know.
Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was the last non-quarterback that won the MVP.
Yeah, because he ran for like 10,000 yards in one season.
After tearing his ACL, yeah.
Yeah, right. Like he ran for like 10,000 yards. So, yeah. So, but I get where you're coming from, and I get the validity of that. But I think they're looking at the whole spectrum now. If you start telling me, if you was reading them stats to me, and you said he was 26th or 27th or 23rd, yeah, I would question it.
No
you
doubt.
know what I'm saying? But I'm still in the top half of all the quarterbacks in the league. You know what I'm saying? When this has been the year of the backup quarterback.
Yes.
I'm still here.
Yes. I ain't missed a game.
This has been the year of the backup quarterback.
Yeah, I ain't missed a game. I ain't missed nothing. Now, mind you, them stats that I threw at you, that's what somebody threw at me to try to bust my MVP argument for Lamar.
I get it. I like that.
I said, well, he got 24 passing touchdowns. He only threw 7 picks all year. So Talk to me. And he was like, well, he doesn't have enough yards. I said, but he rushed for 821 other yards and 5 other touchdowns. Not to mention all of the teams that you think are super, he beat them. Handle it. So.
And those guys that got 1 million streams, our albums are better than theirs.
That part.
So you know what I mean? I don't, apples and oranges.
I be trying to tell you, you cannot have that argument with an independent artist, dog. You can't have that argument with an independent artist because we be like, but we better than them niggas and you buying that shit. So I'm just saying.
So yeah.
Oh man, yeah, Lamar. Good luck, man. I hope you get it. If you don't get it, I know that there is definitely a conspiracy against you. Bill Polian, you can eat a. Never mind. But yeah, said that man need to switch the wide receiver. What the fuck? He is not Terrell Pryor, dog. Terrell Pryor can't do this.
Oh
The
wow,
fuck?
wow! You thinking
Terrell
of
Pryor
Terrell
can't do
Pryor? Come
this,
on, son.
bro. What
Come
in that?
on, son.
Because remember, okay,
He's
Bill
not.
Polian said he needs to
He's
switch
not
the.
Quincy Carter, B. He's not Quincy Carter.
Ooh,
No, I'm sorry.
ooh, Quincy Carter. Yo, you just brought back. Yo, I think I said, yeah, I said his name in a verse like years back because I was just talking about like how people thought they was gonna be stars in the South or something like. Yeah, it was like, yeah, I was talking about Quincy Carter, but like,
Ah, he did there.
yo,
See what you did there.
man, yo, that is crazy, yo. So check it. I'm gonna ask you as far as the NFL goes this weekend, what game you looking forward to the most?
Well, personal, I'm wanting to see the Eagles and the Giants games. I want to see Jalen Hyatt, to me, get a touchdown. I think Jalen Hyatt is a big part of our future. That's our wide receiver that we did get from Tennessee last year.
Oh, yeah, he's
Also,
good.
I think one of the big games also for me is tomorrow. The Ravens and the Pittsburgh game.
Oh
Even though
yes,
Lamar's not playing, um, just the Pittsburgh Baltimore game is always that shit though. Anyway, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Division
drop his beef.
game.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that need to happen over the weekend for Pittsburgh to make the playoffs. You know
indeed.
what I'm saying? But that win would definitely help and give them that momentum. Um, the other game that I feel like is important, yeah, I think that's it. That's really all I got. Other than that, I'm just ready for next weekend.
So Giants, Eagles, who you got?
I got the Giants. It's a home game. We playing for pride.
No
The
doubt.
Eagles have been on a slide. I don't think they're gonna play their starters. We haven't beat the Eagles in a decade. We haven't beat them in 10 years,
Damn.
bro. We haven't beat the Eagles in a decade, bro. Yeah, real shit. Like, yeah, I fucked
Yo,
you up with
that
that one,
is
right?
crazy.
Yo, we have not beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Believe me, Monday Bones is a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and I'm reminded every football season. So,
If y'all
uh,
beat them, we bringing his ass on here next week.
oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So, but yeah, that's big for me from a personal stand. I just want to see. I'm just tired of losing to them niggas, man.
I feel it. Hey, but and realistically, I actually picked the Giants to win that game. I don't think I think the Eagles are playing poorly, and if they don't play their starters, I don't think that's going to fix it. I think they're just going to lose.
No, I think they're gonna be
Um,
one and done in the playoffs too. Whenever they
yeah,
play, I don't think they're gonna win their playoff game.
that nonsense they was doing early in the year, not playing well and just finding a way to eke it out at the end, that's not going to work in the playoffs. And I personally will say this, before I move to my game of the week in the NFL, Chicago Bears. Just a word of advice to y'all: keep the quarterback you have. He's the answer to your question. He's the answer. Caleb Williams is one of the most overrated pieces of whatever I've ever seen. I watched him play and was like, "What is all the hype about this kid?" I'm
Yep,
not impressed. I am not impressed. I like Knicks and Penix both better than him. I'm like, yo,
same here. I agree. We're calibrated on that one, buddy. We
they
get, but
talking.
yo, I'm gonna tell you real quick. So I had some, I've been thinking about the Bears because they got the number 1 and the number 3 pick.
Number 10, number 1 and number 10. Yeah.
Number 1, number 10 pick in the draft. Um, I got for some reason, some weird thing in my head is telling me, Harbaugh is gonna end up in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Where he used to play. And he got some insurance with those picks. He'll keep a Justin Fields. Oh, I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Me being a New York, I haven't given up on Daniel Jones, but I would take Justin Fields. I think Atlanta wants Justin Fields.
We want him
I
too.
think a lot of teams want Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be interesting. This off season is going to be, this playoffs is going to be crazy.
Oh
Super
yeah.
Bowl is going to be crazy. The off season is going to be crazy, and next season is going to be even crazier. So,
Oh yes.
but yeah, I agree with you. If I'm Chicago, I would see Justin Fields within my future.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I personally feel like, I mean, the Raiders, we talking about trying to take a swing at him, and I really wish we would. Devontae Adams needs somebody who can get him the ball. But
Right.
I guess my game of the week, I was gonna pick Philly and New York, but I kind of figured you was gonna go that way. So I'm going Buffalo, Miami, and mainly because I know everybody's playing. Everybody's going to play. The only people Miami's not playing is Jalen Waddle and Mostert because they're both hurt. But that makes sense. But they have people to replace them. So it's not like you miss a Tyreek. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Tua is
Right.
not playing. They're both playing. So Josh Allen and them have to win to get in the playoffs. If they lose, they're out.
Is that game in Miami?
It's in Miami.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they have to beat Miami to get in. Miami needs to recalibrate and figure out what's going on and go into the playoffs with a big push and get their rhythm back. And I think
Yeah.
that playing Buffalo and beating them is a good way to start. A good way to start getting that back. I personally have Miami in that game. Um, I just think Tyreek Hill's too much, man. Like it's hard to account for him. You never know where the fuck he's going to end up at. He's just that fast. You know what I'm saying? I've watched defensive backs literally get lost trying to guard him. So like,
Oh yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
what can you do? Um, NBA this weekend, I got Boston and Indiana as the big push. I think Indiana's on their way up. Um, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tyrese Halliburton and Derek White go to war. I'm looking forward to it.
My NBA game for this week has actually occurred on that Friday night is Knicks and Philly.
Ooh,
Knicks and the
yes,
Sixers. Knicks and the
yes,
Sixers.
yes.
So
Oh man,
yeah.
man. Yes. Oh, come on, Knicks, please, come on. Hey, I still love the Knicks, man. Like I said, I was a Knicks fan when I was a kid. I only switched over to the Lakers because I felt like I was brainwashed into liking the Knicks, but I still pull for the Knicks all the time, and I hate the
Thank
Sixers.
you,
So,
brother. We appreciate the support.
oh, no doubt, absolutely, all the time, man. Yo, JB, thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate. Yo, bro, it's good to have somebody to talk sports with. I swear to God.
Yo, yeah, we're
Oh
gonna get
man,
into it. Like we're gonna get into it. I'm looking forward to baseball season. I'm looking forward to talking about tennis. I'm looking forward to a lot of different shit. The hockey, all that. We're gonna talk all that shit,
no
bro.
doubt. Look forward,
Thank you
look
for the
forward to
opportunity, bro.
getting into that. We're gonna have some guests on to talk about whatever it is that they into. I got some homies that I talk sports with for years that want to come on and kick it with us. So we can do that too. Shout out to my Winston-Salem State University Rams one more time. We playing Virginia State University this weekend. Best of luck to the squad, my Ramley, my whole Ramley. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan is gonna be glad to see you wearing that when he watched the pod. Um Y'all already know what it is, man. My man Jay Bond, ill post salute. You know what I'm saying? I am Seven the Pantha Politix Network. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is All Purpose. We'll catch y'all next time, y'all. One.